Hello, good day and welcome. Yes, how you as a parent or as an adult, as an individual can start to build emotional intelligence today in yourself and in your child. You are all welcome, and my name is Shoma Odikulu. So we'll talk about emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is the ability for us to recognize our emotions, for us to understand our emotions, for us to manage our emotions, and for us to express our emotions in a healthy way. It's the ability for you to recognize your emotion, to understand your emotion, to manage your emotion, and to express your emotion in a healthy way. Now, emotional intelligence is very important for every parent. It's important for every individual because the truth is that we can't do life without emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is important in this day and time where, as a parent, you're faced with a lot of things, you're faced with a lot of responsibility. You need emotional intelligence to be able to navigate through everything you're doing as a parent. You need emotional intelligence to raise your children well. You need emotional intelligence in your marriage. You need emotional intelligence in your place of work. You have to be able to handle all the different emotions that come your way in a healthy way. So emotional intelligence is the need of the moment. Even to be able to navigate through tantrums, through difficult situations with your children, you need to be able to manage your emotions very well. So it is urgent for we as parents to begin to learn how we can manage our emotions. And that is why I wrote the book, The A to Z of Emotions. This book will help you. It's a book that is a series. I've got that of the children and that of parents. It's a book that will help your children and you as a parent to begin to start your journey on managing your emotions, learning about your emotions, learning how to name your emotions, learning how to handle your emotions in a healthy way. So how can we start to build emotional intelligence today? Number one, you have to start with yourself. As a parent, are you able to identify and name your emotions? That is one area we need to start with. Be able to identify and name your emotions. When you feel frustrated, are you able to express and say, I feel frustrated? When you feel proud, when you've done something, are you able to say, oh, I feel proud of what I've done? When you feel worried, are you able to express yourself and say, I feel worried? That is why you should get a copy of this book on how to handle your emotions. How we can also build our emotions from today, or emotional intelligence, is to pause before you react. To pause is a bit difficult for a lot of people, but it's something we need to train our brain to do. It's something we need to learn. Learn to breathe as a parent. Learn to pray. Regulate your emotion before responding. It's going to help a long way. Another way you can start to build your emotional intelligence, to validate your child's emotions. All emotions are okay. It is okay for your child to cry. It is okay for your child to be upset. It is okay for you to also be upset. What matters is how you're able to handle or deal with that emotion. So begin to validate your emotions. Begin to validate the emotions of your child. Start from there, and it's going to help you build your emotional intelligence. Then the other thing you need to do is to teach emotional language early to your children. Allow your children, teach them the name for each of the emotions. So when they feel tired, when they feel worried, when they feel angry, when they feel happy, give them the words to use to name their emotions. Then as a parent, another thing you can do is to model vulnerability. Let your children see that you're learning about how to manage your emotions. And it starts with getting this book, The A to Z of Emotions, how we as parents can manage our emotions. Get a copy for yourself. I've got the copy for parents. I've got the copy for children. Get the copy for yourself. Get a copy for your children. Let your children see that you're intentionally working on this journey of managing your emotions. Let your children see you putting in the work to be able to express, to name your emotions. Let your children see that it's about the process, not about you being perfect. So as parents, it is important for us to always remember, you don't have to be a perfect parent. You just have to be an emotionally present parent. Are you emotionally present as a parent? That is what our children need from us. they need us to be emotionally present. So when you grow your emotional intelligence, you just don't raise children, but rather you raise emotionally healthy and world-changing adults. So as a parent, when you work on your emotions, you're not just raising your child, but you're raising adults that will be emotionally healthy. You're raising adults that will be a blessing to their world. You are the emotional thermostat of your home. Yes, you're the emotional thermostat of your home. You're the one to manage emotions the right way, to model the right emotional regulation. So as a parent, rise up today. Take up the responsibility on working on your emotions and begin to lead with wisdom, begin to lead with love, and begin to lead with emotional strength. And it starts from you getting resources. Get a copy of this my book, A to Z of Managing Your Emotions. Get a copy for your children, for yourself, and you're going to start off your emotional intelligence journey. And honestly, you're going to be blessed, because emotional intelligence is something we cannot do without. We need emotional intelligence in every area of our lives. Thank you, and do have a great day till I come your way next time. Bye.